Welcome to week 4 of my very irregular posting for this challenge of the Undoing Challenge. We're in the week of unstopping ourselves after the week of unpoliting ourselves, where I decided that I'm not going to post 4 times a week every week because it just the fun went out of it for me. So here we are in week 4, the last week, exercise 2, and this week is all about saying yes to more of who we are so that we can be more, and we do have to do less. And for me, this is what came up for me, which is very important and interesting, is to really follow your own cycles and what you feel is right for you. So in my case, I always thought that I was an extrovert. I make friends very easily. I can give focused attention to people. People feel seen by me, and therefore it was very easy for me to have people wanting to be my friend. But I usually did that in social contexts where I also realized I'm getting drained a lot, and the drain is real. But I'm also not a complete introvert, because if we look at some aspects of introverts and extroverts, extroverts charge themselves by being in social settings, by doing things with other people, and introverts, they really need alone time, solitude, time to recharge by just being alone. And I'm definitely someone who needs alone time to recharge. I want to see no one. I want to talk to no one for days sometimes, so that I can recharge my battery. Oh, literally, now I got a notification that my battery is low. I'm putting it in low power mode. But I'm alone and I'm recharging right now. Then I realized that here, I'm here in Portugal, and there's lots of pizza parties. And I used to go to the pizza parties because I thought, I'm in a community and I visit other communities because that's what you do. And then I realized, and also last weekend when I was at a pop-up cafe at Freedomville, it was really fun. But I noticed that there's so much input for me, and it's just overwhelming. And when I was in the Netherlands as well, there was a lot going on, and I felt very overwhelmed by so many people and so many feelings and so many things coming out from outside in to my field that is just not good for me. I don't feel that I can handle that well, and it exhausts me. So in that sense, I'm an introvert, but I'm an extrovert when it comes to my thinking process, because my thinking process works for me, works best when I express myself. So even now, when I'm uploading a video, or when I'm speaking with a friend, or even when I speak out loud to myself or journal, my thoughts arrange themselves by speaking them out, because I have to choose my words, and I have to, because I'm a Mercury in Capricorn, I have to choose my words carefully to see if that is really what I mean. So once I have expressed it, I have heard myself say it, and I'm like, okay, that's how it is, or that's not how it is. So in that sense, I'm a bit of an extrovert, because, by the way, I'm walking up a hill. That's why I'm panting so much. I'm an extrovert in that sense that extroverts do it like that, and introverts usually sit with their own thinking processes. So they don't communicate it, they first think and then they speak it out, whereas I am somebody who speaks it and then comes to conclusions by communicating what I'm saying and thinking what I'm thinking, and then realizing how things are. So we call that an ambivert, which means that you fluctuate between one or the other. But knowing and being okay with that is a very important part of being, because when we try to push ourselves to do all kinds of social things, when actually we feel that it drains us, this is not actually very beneficial for being. You're trying to be something you're not. And it can be very difficult when lots of your friends are doing things together in bigger groups. But if that overwhelms you and you actually really love having very deep one-on-one conversations with someone, and you can go very deep and it's very satisfying, then maybe that is what you need to do. Because if I do that in a social setting, if I have a good one-on-one conversation with someone, but there's too much going on around me, maybe this is also a bit of an ADHD thing, I hear everything, I see everything. If there's dogs and other people having other conversations and children and somebody is putting the food on the table, I see everything, and it's very hard for me to stay present with the person if there's too much going on. So I'd rather, like I'm doing now, walk and talk with one person, sit and speak and really be with that person in that moment. I like moving as well, moving through whatever is coming up, because then the energy is emotion, and emotions are energy in motion. So moving through energy is sometimes very beneficial. But in a session of in a setting of one-on-one, so not in bigger group contexts, and being okay with wanting to be in big groups and getting recharged by social settings with lots of hustle and bustle is perfectly fine. And so is retracting and doing things one-on-one, or just being by yourself for a bit. And knowing yourself there is very important, to be able to be more of who you are, to be able to be more comfortable with the way you are. And you don't have to be one or the other. Like me, you don't have to say, okay, I'm an extrovert or I'm an introvert. Maybe you are both, and maybe in one part of, maybe even when you're a woman, maybe in part of your cycle, in your menstrual cycle, you'll feel way more social, and other moments you just want to, which is usually the case, you just want to retract, you just want to be on your own. You don't want to be there for other people. You want other people to be there for you maybe, but not to be hosting and to be social, even though you're an extrovert, for instance. So knowing your own rhythms, knowing your own cycles, knowing your own needs, and then acting on them, being able to know what you need and to give that to yourself is an absolute yes. So the exercise of this week is to unstop yourself from giving yourself what you need, to really feel into how you function best, to see if you're an introvert or an extrovert. I will put some information down below in the captions. If you don't know, I mean, these three things are indicators. And then you can see, what am I doing that doesn't feel right for me, so that I can do more, be more what I am, and do less of what doesn't fit my personal style. And also, if you're a woman, it's a very good idea to track your cycle, to understand what you need in specific moments. Right now, I'm in a phase that I have lots of energy, and I want to, this might be another post, by the way. I have lots of energy and I have lots of ideas, and I want to share, and I want to be social, and I want to be out there, and I want to be seen, and I want to, I'm okay with being very extroverted at the moment. Whereas, I just came out of my bleed and I did not know what I wanted with my life, and I just felt very fuzzy and not clear. So yes, being okay with that as well. So yeah, have a look at that. See where you are on the spectrum of what you need and what kind of a person you are, and see where you are not actually giving yourself what you feel that you need, what works best for you, and then adjust it, because that you can always do. But you need to have the data first. You have to have the understanding of what it is before you can act upon it. So a little moment, a little period of introspection, observation, and maybe speaking with someone about it to see what works for you, and then act upon it by doing things differently. So I'm not going to pizza parties anymore. I'm just inviting 1 or 2 people at my house, or for a walk, or for a call, for a video call. And that is how I work best. So you are totally allowed to do it for yourself too. Have a beautiful week, a beautiful rest of your summer, And I hope to see you soon one-on-one.